floating above the street. Somewhere a subway hums beneath the city veins. Low metal rhythm under restless stone. A breeze carries faint music through an open doorway, mixing with the murmur of late night talk. Headlights stretched in silver rivers on the asphalt, winning along the curves of empty roads. The whole city feels like a quiet breathing body, alive beneath the calm of midnight hours. Thoughts drift freely under these glowing towers. Nothing urgent, pulling the heart away. Just a steady rhythm of lights and movement, and the quiet comfort of wandering through it all. Yeah.
Glow in the skyline, glow in the blue night, slow through the neon, glow, glow, glow bright. Glow in the skyline, glow till dawn light, move through the silence, glow, glow, glow bright.
Street corners shimmer under rows of lamps. Storefront signs humming in faded colors. Reflections ripple across rain-washed sidewalks like moving stars scattered on stone. A bus rolls slow through the quiet district. Windows dim behind the passing glass. The driver watching empty intersections change color, red to green in silent sequence. Somewhere a rooftop holds two figures speaking low. Their voices carry gently by the wind. A stray cat crosses the narrow alley between buildings, vanishing into deeper shadow. Every light feels like a small story burning quietly. Every passing step leaves a moment behind. The night turns ordinary streets into something wider, something calm and strangely alive. And beneath the glow of the endless windows, the mind begins to wander slowly.
Glow in the skyline, glow in the blue night, slow through the neon, glow, glow, glow bright. Glow in the skyline, glow till dawn light, move through the silence, glow, glow, glow bright.
Yeah, far above the avenues, the sky opens dark and endless. A few faint stars hiding behind the glow. The city breathes beneath the electric horizon. Towers rising like quiet mountains of glass. Traffic murmurs distant beyond the sleeping blocks. The sound fading like waves along the shore. Every building holds quiet lives behind its windows. Stories drifting through the warm night air, and walking through the glow of scattered lights. The heart finds a strange kind of calm.
Glow in the skyline, glow in the blue night, slow through the neon, glow, glow, glow bright. Glow in the skyline, glow till dawn light, move through the silence, glow, glow, glow bright.
Morning waits somewhere beyond the dark towers. Pale gray resting behind the eastern streets. The first quiet hint of dawn touches the skyline gently. Soft light replacing the neon glow. Yet the calm of the night remains inside the chest, like a memory carried through daylight hours. And even as the city returns crowded rhythm, those glowing streets stay somewhere in the mind.
Glow in the skyline, glow in the blue night, slow through the neon, glow, glow, glow bright. Glow in the skyline, glow till dawn light, move through the silence, glow, glow, glow bright. Glow through the skyline, glow as night flows, slow through the city, glow, 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 slow.
Ali, pop ali, ó.
Cuidado não ser emboscado, cuidado não ser emboscado.
Calma aí.
Cara, vocês estão onde? Vocês estão onde? Vocês estão onde? Neutro, literalmente. Eu vou dentro, então.
White hush resting on the rail outside the window. Dim glass holding the blur of a sleeping street. Rooftops on the pale and weightless side. Every chimney breathing soft and incomplete. The room is warm with a logo lamp beside me. Old floorboards keeping secrets in their grain. The kettle sighs once in the far end of the kitchen. Then the stillness gathers up again. The air feels slow, like time forgot its hurry. Every second falling light as dust. Somewhere far away, a car moves through the midnight and fades as if the dark refused to fuss. I watch the world grow softer at the edges, every hard line turning mild and deep. All the noise from earlier hours dissolving, folding itself into a quieter sleep. There is a kind of mercy in this dimness, a kind of peace in the way the world goes small. No sharp demand, no voice that needs an answer, only the breath between the walls. And in that breath I hear the heart more clearly. Low and warm beneath the quiet blue. Not racing now, not trying to run anything. Only keeping time with something true. The window gathers silver from the street lamps. The curtain sways with one thin thread of air. And all at once, the dark feels less like absence, more like a hand laid gently there. I let my thoughts move slowly through the silence, like paper lanterns crossing still black water. Each one carrying a little heat inside it, each one drifting farther, softer, calmer. No grand goodbye, no bright ecstatic ending, only this hush with its tender kind of glow. Only this late hour widening around me, teaching the chest a slower way to know.
Stay in the pale blue. Stay till the night moves through. Soft in the hush, close in the view. Stay, stay, stay like a dream made true. Stay in the pale blue. Stay where the dim lights bloom. Warm in the dark, deep in the room. Stay, stay, stay through the midnight moon.
Thin light gathers on the sill like quiet powder, the kind that makes the whole street seem unreal. Bare branches drawn in charcoal on the backdrop, every line softer than it used to feel. The houses down the block were muted halos, porch lamps glowing through a veil of white. A distant train cuts one silver note through silence, then leaves it hanging in the night. My hands rest still around a cooling cup now, steam rising like a thought I cannot name. Some things are better held without explaining, some things lose truth inside a frame. There was a time I chased each feeling harder, dragged every ache into the blaze of words. Now I know the deepest things arrive in quiet, not as thunder, more like wings of birds. More like the hush before a page gets turned, more like the warmth left in a woolen sleeve, more like a room that keeps a pulse inside it, long after footsteps choose to leave. I think about the lies behind these curtains, every low lamp burning for its own unseen reason, every chest keeping its own small weather, every soul moving through its private season.
Maybe that is why the hour feels so holy,
Not because it offers answers from above,
but because it shows how much can stay unspoken and still be
Klaus
full.
aqui,
the
Klaus.
street below looks wrapped in tender distance, even the shadows seem careful where they fall. And for a moment the world feels made of listening, as if the night could hear it all.
The sharpness in me loosens without warning. The old unrest grows thin around the seam, and what remains is something plain and steady, a small one current underneath the dream, a kind of trust that asks for nothing louder. No miracle, no sign in flashing gold, only the grace of letting silence hold me, only the courage to go still instead of cold. Stay in the pale blue. Stay till the night moves through. Soft in the hush, close in the view. Stay, stay, stay like a dream made true. Stay in the pale blue. Stay where the dim lights bloom. Warm in the dark, deep in the room. Stay, stay, stay through the midnight moon.
Maybe peace is not a door flung open, maybe it is the narrowing of sound, the way the world turns down its bright insistence and leaves one living pulse around. Maybe healing is not loud or shiny, maybe it comes dressed in a quieter grace, in the softened outline of familiar objects, in the calm that settles on a place. I have
Look for it in crowded rooms before now, and voices rising in the rush of day, in every heart bright promise of becoming, and watch it turn and slip away.
Manito,
inside
gato.
the slowest details, in the glass gone cool beneath my hand, in the soft weight of the blanket at my knees, in the dim lamp making gold of the stand, in the far off murmur of the sleeping city,
In the pause after the radiator sighs, in the almost soundless drift beyond the window, in the patience of the midnight skies. And I think the heart was built to learn from small things, from muted hours, from low and constant light, from all the ways the world goes kind in shadow, from all the tenderness inside the night. Not every longing needs a name to matter.
Relaxa,
Pega o Jason, pega o Jason, pega o Jason.
como que esse cara já tem isso? Mentira da porra.
yeah. Warm light sliding across the floorboard slowly. Lingo resting on the edge of the bed. Sparrows tracing circles over quiet rooftops. New air moving where the cold on spread. The room is plain, but it feels full of breathing. A cup on the desk, a coat on the chair. Dust in the sun looks bright as tiny lanterns, turning all the silence into air. I used to hold my chest like a locked drawer, keep every close under layers and wire. Speak in a low voice, move like a shadow, hide every spark that hinted at fire. But But something changed in the hush of these mornings. Not with a crash, not with a shout. More like a window giving way to daylight. More like a hell breath moving out. All the old break slowly lost its power. All the hard edges softened with time. And in the stillness I found a small courage. Quiet and clear and fully mine. No crowd sorry, no bell rang for it. No bright parade came down my street. Only the world growing warmer around me. And my own pulse finding a steadier beat. Rising me, slow and sweet like a melody. Light in my chest, bright in my veins. Rising me, wash through the rain. Rising me, soft and wild like a memory. Oh, to my heart, stay and see it. Rising me. Thin clouds drifting over the rooftops higher. Clean blue open and wide over town. Laundry moves with the wind on the balconies. All of the heavy things settling down. Laughter rolls out from a half-open window. Somebody hums while they water the plants. Life keeps speaking in small, easy languages. An ordinary grace with second chances. There is a kind of strength that never announces, never arrives with the glittering sound. It lives in the hand, reaching up toward daylight. It lives in the foot touching solid ground. It lives in the way you keep going after the worst night. Still carrying warmth no one can see. Still finding room for a softer tomorrow. Still letting your own heart be free. I used to think change had to look like thunder, bright and sudden with the clear cut line. Now I know it can move like it died in secret. Low and patient and right on time. And all the small things started turning holy. Steam from a mug, sun on the wall. The first green edge in the city planter. The hush before a name or a call. Every detail said the same low promise. Every hour held one tender thing. And deep inside the ribs of the silence, I felt a new kind of song began. Rising me, slow and sweet like a melody. Light in my chest, bright in my veins. Rising me, wash through the rain. Rising me, soft and wild like a memory. Hold to my heart, stay and sing. Rising me, there were winters that stayed in the body long after the sky had turned mild and clear. Days when the mirror gazed back only distance. Nights when the dark sat too close to hear. There were rooms where I learned how to shrink myself. Hours I made myself small to survive. But even then, under all of the silence, something refused to stop being alive. A fate low thread under the noise and worry. A hush with heat in the center of it. A little gold line under the door frame. Proof that the soul does not fully quit. And I think of all the versions behind me, each one carrying what they could not name. Each one walking through weather with shaking hands. Each one protecting a hidden flame. I owe them tenderness, not erasure. Not cold dismissal, not clean goodbye. I owe them sunlight on quiet mornings and open windows in a wider sky. Because every soft part I buried in caution. Still kept the pulse through the hardest years. Still kept the dream in the back of the bloodstream. Still found a way through the doubt and fear. And now when the wind turns warm in the evening and the glass oath pink from the end of the day, I feel all the locked up rooms inside me loosening, letting the dimness give way. Not into perfection, not into some right story polished for strangers to praise or repeat.